Oh my gosh, hello guys! I'm finally back to make videos. It's been a million years since I've done this, but I have been really busy and my life has been really crazy. But I'm back in a new place, in a new life, with my new face. Okay, so this is going to be a book haul, which I haven't done in 3 or 4 years. Yeah. So recently I went out with my sister and we went to a thrift store and I found some books that I really wanted and she got them for me. So I want to show you what I got and kind of share my thoughts on them. So the first one is one I'm actually currently reading. It is The Clocks by Agatha Christie. This is a Hercule Poirot mystery and it's decent so far. I'm about halfway through. It's just gotten to Hercule Poirot halfway through the book, but it is interesting. It's about a murder that happens in like England, and there's a body surrounded by a bunch of clocks, and there's a huge mystery about who killed that person and why there were a bunch of clocks in the room with her or him. And it's interesting. It's a little slow. It's a slow burn, but I'm intrigued to find out like the mystery of it and who was the murderer. It's very interesting. I like Agatha Christie, so very nice to go into her book again. The other book I found in the thrift store is Ellen DeGeneres' book. This is My Point, and I do have one. This is her memoir that she published a long time ago, I believe right after she came out. So it's very interesting. I read a little bit of it. It's funny. She's hilarious. I love her. And yeah, there's a chapter title called You Can't Put High Heels on a Poodle, but that won't make it look like a hooker. That's all you need. That's all you need in life. Just read this book. I also picked up a book from my local used bookstore, and that is The Monogram Murders by Sophie Hannah. It's an Agatha Christie novel, but it's really written by Sophie Hannah. And this is apparently really good. A lot of people like this. It's not an Agatha Christie novel, but it's in the same vein. I think it's a Hercule Poirot as well. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm interested in reading this. I hear it's really good. And the bookstore that I went to gave me this really cute bookmark with a little rat. I believe that's Redwall. No, it's just a rat reading. So, that's cute. Bent Corners Used Books. Love it. And then I went to Barnes & Noble because I can't resist Barnes & Noble ever, and I finally went through their book section. I haven't gone through there in years, and there's a lot of books that came out that I totally missed. Authors have written like 3 or 4 books now, authors that I loved, and I have been in a time warp apparently. So the first one is A Plague of Giants by Kevin Hearn. This is one of my favorite fantasy authors. I love him. I love his Iron Druid series. And this is his epic fantasy book about giants and bards and war. And it's really interesting so far. I read a little bit of it, and I am intrigued for sure. It's a dense book. It's like 800 pages, but that's okay. I love his writing style. His writing is so fun and just very dynamic and interesting, and I like it. He's just a really nice guy too. Really fun author, so very interested in reading more of this. This is The Plague of Giants. Definitely recommend that one. And then I got another fantasy series. This is a YA fantasy. It is Sarafina by Rachel Hartman. And this is a story about a girl who is half human, half dragon. And she was put into this world with a human father and a dragon mother. And basically there's a war between dragons and humans going on, and it's all about how they can coexist together. So I'm really intrigued by this story, and I really have always wanted to read it. There's 3 books now out in the series, so I figure I better get on this now. So yeah, very interested in seeing what this one's about, how it goes. So if you've read that, let me know. I also picked up a couple books based on recommendations from my friend Melissa Books, Melissa Geekery, and this one is Shadow of the Fox by Julissa Kagawa. Look at that cover, oh my gosh. That alone is enough to buy this book, really. But this is an epic, like, Japanese mythology story about a girl who was raised by monks, and she's trained in the yokai nature her whole life, and she basically has to fight yokai, I'm assuming. I don't really know a whole lot about it, but I know that it's a Japanese-inspired fantasy, and that's all I really needed to know. As long as this is almost as good as, if not better, than Zoe Marriott's The Night Itself, I'll be happy. And the other book that she recommended to me was When Dimple Met Rishi by Sendaya Minon. I'm not pronouncing her name right, I'm sorry. But this is a contemporary romance about two people, Dimple and Rishi. And I don't know a whole lot about it. I know that they are Indian descent, and I believe there's an arranged marriage, and it's about their romance together. I might be wrong. I don't really research books. I just kind of go off of what my friends say are good, and then I buy them and read them myself, because I don't like reading the inside flap. I don't like spoilers, so I just kind of go in and dive into it. I just like doing that. But yeah, I'm hoping this is really cute. It looks really cute. I love this back image too on the cover. That's really great. Okay, and the next book I got was from Savers, because they had really, really cheap books there. And I wanted to read this series a long time ago, and I did end up buying it. But unfortunately, when I moved, I had to sell like all of my books, so I rebought this, and it is Legend by Marie Lu. That is a series I've always wanted to read. Heard such amazing things about it. And I also picked up the third book, Champion, because I had it there. So I now have 1 and 3. I don't have 2 yet. I'm kind of waiting to see if I can find it online for a good price, but I will dive into this series eventually, finally. I just haven't gotten to it. It's a dystopian series about 2 people who are fighting a war for revenge, honor, and freedom. That was totally on the back of the book, and that's totally what I just read, because I am awesome. Again, I don't research books. The next book I got is Neil Gaiman's Neverwhere, and this is a book I've always wanted to read. I believe I bought this a long time ago too, but I don't have it anymore. I don't have really any books anymore, so... this is a series or story about a person who is living in London, and there is another side of London, like an underground London, I believe. And there's monsters and murderers and angels, and it sounds really, really crazy. And I've always wanted to read it, always. It's just been on my radar for so long. But I'm finally gonna do it. Finally gonna do it. That's what I tell myself every time I buy books. I'm finally gonna read this. Yeah. Okay, and this last book is very, very personal to me. And I may cry, so if I do that, yeah, I'm sorry. But I got The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. And the reason I got this is because I have always been meaning to read it. This is my dad's favorite book, and he recently passed away a couple weeks ago. And I've always wanted to read it and talk to him about it, and I never got the chance to. So I'm gonna read it and talk to him about it. And hopefully that'll be a little therapeutic for me, I guess. But yeah, so I wanted to get this because he read this like 6 or 7 times in 1 year because he loved it that much, and I've always wanted to read it, so I finally got it. I got it from my dad. Okay, so that was my book haul, my very long-awaited book haul that I haven't filmed in 4 years, so there you have it. Here's hoping I get to reading these. I will start. I'm already reading the Agatha Christie book, and I've read a little bit of the Kevin Hearn book, so I will get to them eventually, for sure. And let me know if you guys are reading anything. What are you enjoying right now? I definitely would love recommendations. Yeah, love to talk to you guys and hear more about any of these books that you've read. Let me know, and we can enjoy and have fun in the comments. So thank you again, guys, so much for watching this video and sticking with me. You guys are amazing, and I hope you all are doing very well. And yeah, As always, please, for the love of all that is gay, stay sexy!